we actually try to have a lot of substrates exhibitors talking to us during FESPA, but I think all of them are so busy. And I got actually last moment, I got SAPPI on board. So Paola, it's great to see you again. Last time we spoke with you were with my colleague at FESPA in Amsterdam. This is a quite much bigger booth and maybe also bigger show, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's very good to be here. For us, it's a must, of course. We meet with the people that we have, with the dealers around the world, with the direct customers that we have, but also with the OEMs, like we call them. The people that produce equipment and inks and software, of course. We are specialized in dye sublimation papers, coated and uncoated papers. So we're meeting up with the people here. Of course, there are still some countries that are not able to join.
Yeah.
It's a pity, we miss you.
Yeah.
Hope to see you soon again.
Yeah.
Of course, we keep in touch on a local level.
Yeah.
So it's more about meeting up with each other. It's quite nice. I'm quite happy.
As you mentioned yourself that you're a global supplier, of course.
Yes.
I was just thinking, why should people choose to work with SAPPI?
I think SAPPI can, so we are a worldwide company. We are active not only in dye sublimation, but a huge range of graphical papers.
Would you say that you're one of the leaders in the dye sublimation paper, or is it still a very competitive area? Or
it's a competitive area, but I think everything is competitive meanwhile. But I mean, SAPPI is of course worldwide producers with mills in Europe, in South Africa.
Yeah.
And
You're a South African-based company,
yes,
right?
Yes,
yeah.
Headquarters are in South Africa.
Yeah.
Also mills in the United States. We have a very strong part also in South Africa on dissolving wood pulp.
Yeah.
So it means pulp for a different kind of application. Think about textile applications. So from that perspective, I think we can offer a lot. We think that we, from the dye sublimation part, are always trying to have innovative solutions, and putting the accent on solutions. We try to think about the future together with our partners.
And how is it? I mean, if you look at a show like FESPA, where you see so much technology, I don't know if you have time to look at it, but I mean, there's so many machines, there's so many technologies out there. The inkjet is basically, really growing these years. So if you look at it from a sublimation perspective, is that like a long future ahead of sublimation as well, or how do you see that?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, there's quite a, let's say, a logical step from analog printing towards more digital, and this is the place to be.
Yeah. And you're here.
We are here, of course. It's part of our development, and putting a lot of focus on that. I mean, if we are innovative, we need partners that are as innovative as we are. So from that perspective, I think we have quite some nice things to do all together as big industries in this industry.
Because you can always say there is, to some extent, there is competition between vendors and OEMs and merchants and all that kind of thing. But at the same time, there's also a huge interest that we grow the industry together, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. I think it's about creating the future together. What can be the next, not the next logical step, but what's the step beyond that?
Yeah.
Where do we want to put the industry into?
Yeah.
And think about sustainability. It's a word that is being used quite often.
Maybe sometimes exaggerate. I mean, maybe used a little bit too much. I think that you probably, as a paper company, must feel the pain when people are trying to greenwash, because I know that a lot of the paper mills are spending a lot of money and a lot of development into having a true green agenda. And then it must be really annoying when you see something that's trying to bypass that, right? So
yeah, but I think it's also a task from companies like SAPPI to make people more aware.
Because you're so big, of course, so you have like a kind of a corporate social responsibility kind of thing, right?
Of course, yes. And of course, we have our departments that are taking care of that. But I think that we should all work on making people more aware what is exactly sustainability. It's an easy word to use, but you need to give it content. And I think that talking with our partners, so from a dye sublimation point of view, with all the partners that we have, which is our dealers, the OEMs, we need to give a new dimension to it.
Last question, and I would love to chat with you more, but we have a schedule. So I was just, everybody knows about the extremely problems with the paper supply and things like that. But being a global company with so many mills around the world, have you been able to flatten out a little bit and then be able to deliver to customers, or is it just a global problem, or?
No, it is. I think that we can say that it is a global problem, but we are doing our best. And,
sure. You want to sell, right?
No, but it's also about agreeing with your partners.
Yeah.
There are some difficulties. We're trying to solve them.
Yeah.
It's not always in our power to solve them.
No, of course not.
We depend on others. But as long as you talk to each other and understand what you need to think in solutions. So if one vessel doesn't go out, you need to be sure that you have some stock somewhere. So there are solutions.
Okay.
And that's what it's all about.
But isn't that a good way to end this interview?
Absolutely.
Solutions, right?
Absolutely.
Thank you, Paola.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Have a nice day.
And you too. Bye.
Thank you.
That was actually a good statement. We find solutions and sometimes we find them together, which is always great. Now we have to go to the next booth, and that is it Fujifilm? I think it is. Yeah, so we go to Fujifilm. Thank you very much.